Emotional Self-Control, Module 9. In Module 9, we talk about the executive functioning skill of self-control, being the ability to manage your emotions and reflect on your feelings to keep from engaging in impulsive type behavior. So we know the ability to manage your emotions, feelings, and respecting the opinions of others is a highly valuable skill and also a skill of executive functioning, which is much needed in especially a social setting and an educational setting. Now, what we know about emotions, they can govern our thoughts and feelings, and they can easily get out of control, but they also need an avenue to vent, which can cause the learner to shut down if they're not aware of their own emotions and their needs that they have. We also know that the emotions can be governed and they can be monitored for empowerment. With the development of strategies, emotions can be placed in check and when a student or learner really knows themselves. And with emotions can be have the coping skills. The learners can have these type of coping skills to help them manage their emotions, especially if they feel like they're getting out of control. So what about feelings? Feelings is a little bit different because feelings is an emotional state or reaction. Okay, it can be vague or irrational and can be seen due to feelings that can be clearly seen, right? So today you feel one way, someday you feel something else. So it can be seen clearly. Emotions you can't really see, but feelings, when a person's not feeling well, you see that. When a person's feeling good, you see that as well. So we can see feelings. We really can't see emotion. So here's some: happy, sad, hungry, suspicious. And there are opinions of others. And understanding the lack of control over other opinions with our emotions, because someone says something I lose control over. Develop a strategy when encountering a negative situation. This is something that the learner needs to incorporate in their everyday interaction with students and with teachers and administration staff. And remember, words are important. You blow your top, you say something you really didn't mean to say, and you're like in a group, just kind of shows that maybe you're lacking in skills, but it also does something for your credibility in the group, especially if you're a leader of the group. So the skill of flexibility can also work with the skill of emotional control, because if you're flexible, you don't get too bent out of shape when things are not going the way that you intended them to go. So impulsive behaviors is to act without even thinking about it, blurting out answers, following the crowd, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, just because everybody was going. More likely there was a fight that you heard about. You go out of your seat, out of the classroom, ran down the stairs just to see if this was actually going on. And 9 times out of 10, it wasn't, and it was just a minor skirmish. So negative speech or comments without any regards to others is an impulsive behavior and clearly a lack of a executive functioning skill of self-control. So when studying the executive functioning skill of self-control, one has to ask themselves why. And one theoretical formulation was that it's a lack of premeditation. So you didn't really think about what you were going to do or say or where you were going to go when you got in trouble. So when someone says to you, "What were you thinking about?" you really weren't thinking about anything. And and in this case, it's sensation seeking. You wanted some kind of sensation, so you weren't thinking about it, but you knew you wanted some kind of sensation. And unfortunately, sometimes that ends you up in a lot of trouble. And a lack of perseverance. In some cases, that you find that you don't want to wait, and you don't think about it, and you end up doing things that you could regret. And this also leads into urgency, because now not only do you want it, you don't want to wait, but you want it now. And therefore, this impulsive behavior has a lot to do with sometimes suspensions, or sometimes putting a student in a place where they are not being able to be successful because they're missing class, in school suspensions, in the principal's office or teachers, conference, and they're missing valuable education time because of impulsive behaviors. So this theoretical formulation comes from Whiteside and Lyman. In conclusion, the big picture is for success. So as teachers, you're going to have to work through students, helping them to mature enough to be able to manage their emotions and all the other things on the list of executive functioning skills. Because in the big picture, you want people to graduate, you want learners to graduate, and you want them to be successful. And sometimes that runs through an educator. And for the student, also can learn a bank of feeling words, knowing how they feel, knowing when to walk away, what upsets them, and then applying the skills of valuing the opinions of others, showing some empathy. And these are all indicators for academic achievement. When you can do this, you can be successful. Want to know more about the executive functioning skills, self-control? Watch the self-control emotional video. Not this one, but another, and read Module 9 content, complete the modules exercise 1 or 2, and complete the writing prompt. Thank you.